Maybe we'll have, like, you know, civilians on the moon soon. It could happen.
Yeah, and if Ryanair do it, you'll end up on Mars.
It's our panellists' job to guess the top 3 ways America has changed the world. Sean, your team first. How do you think America has changed the world?
Is it they went to the moon? America went to the moon, which nobody else has done.
It's an incredible achievement.
It's an incredible achievement.
It's kind of the greatest thing mankind has done.
I don't know if I believe the whole moon thing.
You don't believe we went to the moon?
Definitely up there.
I was doing a show in Houston last year, and I was about to get on the bus, and there was these 3 Indian kids waiting for a picture. And I was like, I go, yeah, let's take a picture. And she goes, you know, you're very popular in our university. And I'm like, oh, that's cool.
He's allowed to do that voice.
That's how she sounded. If she didn't, I wouldn't, you know, I'd be like, well, you're very popular. But like, so I go, oh, cool. What are you taking? She goes, astrophysics. And I go, wow. So have we been to the moon? And she goes, they say we've been to the moon. And I go, well, yeah, they said it, but have we been to the moon? She goes, they said we've been to the moon. I go, have we or have we not been to the moon? She goes, it's not physically possible to go to the moon as a human. Like, she said the radiation is so thick after you get to 700 miles above the Earth that our skin would fall off.
Well, I think we've got to try it, and I nominate Ollie. Well, because you might not come back. Oh, you're too adorable. Look at you. His little face.
But surely, Russell, there's been so many programmes exploding the conspiracy theories around it. Not all astrophysicists are sort of in the thrall of NASA and the
Also,
CIA.
the astrophysicist you met was getting a photo with you as you walked onto a bus. I think some of the finest astrophysicists aren't waiting by the bus.
You look back at the time, and they were in the space race with Russia, so they were trying to beat Russia to the moon.
Well, also, it was the Cold War they were showing off.
Yeah, we've never been back.
If we have been back, they've been there. They didn't just go once.
They went 7 times, but they haven't been for 25 years, I think, since 1974.
Well, what's the point? There's nothing there. I went to Basildon once. I'm not going back there. That's
What's wrong with Basildon?
Kimberley, you're a proud American, right?
Yes.
Now, the moon mission, they're saying it didn't happen. It did happen, right?
I would like to believe that it did.
Well, even that seems a bit non-committal. But let's take it as read that they landed on the moon. That is an incredible achievement, isn't it?
Yeah.
Matthew,
Yes.
your thought?
Yeah.
Well, also, you can now go up to space, can't you? There's sort of... If members of the public are allowed to...
Yeah, Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic, you can go up to sort of 0 gravity.
Yeah, he says anyone can go up, costs 200 grand, so literally anyone can go up. It's good news. So, yeah, maybe we'll have, like, you know, civilians on the moon soon. It could happen.
Yeah, and if Ryanair do it, you'll end up on Mars.
Let's see if the space race is one of the ways America changed the world. Yes, the space race. Before mankind commits to the astronomical expense of returning to the moon, we need to ask ourselves some searching questions. Like, how much cheese do we really need? OK, John, how do you think America's changed the world?
Music?
Yeah, sure. That's
Oh,
a
they
good
don't
one.
Music, rock and roll.
I'll go with hip-hop, too.
Hip-hop, yeah.
The hippity-hop.
Yeah.
The what's it?
The hippity-hop.
Actually,
That's the least funky thing I've ever heard in my life.
I'll tell you what my bugbear with the musics, right, that they do.
Stop calling it the musics, because you're even making unhip people feel uncomfortable.
Fine. Enjoy your musics, do all that, but don't screw with grammar as well. Like rock n roll was the first time it was accepted. Like, well, we can't say and, we can't say rock and, so now it's rock and now it's spread to fish and the chips. There's a reason it's not Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, because there's nothing wrong with saying rock and roll just to make yourself sound cooler, just because rock sounds cool, but I'm not having it.
Well, of course, Elvis is credited as kicking off rock and roll, because these days, Ollie, people don't even know what show he was on.
They did Frank Sinatra as well, though. Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. You said Michael Jackson was a big influence
King
on
of
you.
Pop, yeah.
King of Pop.
I think he's influenced on any artist in this industry. Massive.
Not just in this industry.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I really held back.
It.
No, say what you want about him. He was a hell of a paedophile. Who's the biggest influence on you, or the Pussycat Dolls?
I mean, growing up as a dancer, Janet Jackson, Paul Abdul, Michael Jackson.
But surely it's Madonna, isn't it, for female artists? Because she was the first one to do that thing. She had the headset on, first one to do that. Yeah, they all do that now, don't they? The lady dancer, move around and then they go... I don't know what that means, like, wait till I get you home. Madonna, she's a very powerful influence, isn't she, on the ladies?
I think Lady Gaga's trying to take her place, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I like Lady Gaga. She's a good-looking fella.
Way to come out of the closet. Way to come out of the closet now, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I think Lady Gaga's like, you know, again, it's sort of quite iconic. They're good at coming up with sort of iconic... Pussycat Dolls...
Isn't it? Her music, isn't it?
Are you kidding? You're kidding, right?
Reason.
Poker
Like,
face.
Ella Fitzgerald...
She's bluffing with her muffin.
Yeah.
What more do you want from a song?
Must have been the greatest singer of the last century, Ella Fitzgerald, right? She's such a good singer, she didn't feel the need at some point to think, should I cover myself in meat? Does the song need that? You know, there's a certain amount you have to do to, like, you're distracting people from the music because you've got a lobster on your head. Maybe they won't listen to this bit where I can't sing. They just look at the lobster going... She's rubbish!
But there's so many artists out there. I think artists are forced to find ways to be recognised and be seen so that their music can then be accepted.
To be fair, Elvis was amazing, but a lot of his notoriety came from rotting thin air.
It's a good point, well made. It's just an earlier, you know...
That's the single worst Elvis impression I've ever seen.
Can we have your Elvis again?
That looks like... that looks like the closing credits of Last of the Summer Wine, where they're going down a hill.
Let's have a look and see if rock and roll music is up there. Yes, rock and roll. Rock and roll was born in 1955 with Bill Haley's Rock Around the Clock and was beaten to death in 2009 by Joe McElderry. You were robbed. Where is he now, eh?
I don't know, he's probably at home watching this.
Hey, Joe McElderry. He's joking, of course. He's driving the minicab. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing to get. How else has America changed the world?
So fast, isn't it? Amazing. Should have been in the Wild West. If it was buzzers rather than guns. The food. The fast food. Quick food, fast food. Straight, no messing around. Just
Fast.
Straight through. Got your food off. Gone.
Straight through, I think, describes it aptly.
Yeah.
Kimberley, you look as if you eat an awful lot of fast food, clearly.
No to fast food.
No to fast food.
No to fast food. Organic and natural is the way to go. Stay in the produce aisle.
But surely all vegetables are organic.
No, but they're not. You really do have to look for the label that says organic.
Yeah, Jimmy.
No, it's true.
I think all it means is
Pesticides and
organic,
chemicals.
but organic, technically, it means more expensive and muddy. You live in Los Angeles, don't you, Russell?
I do.
OK, so favourite fast food joint?
I really don't do that much fast food, but I'll go Mexican fast food, if anything. Del Taco, good gas.
It's not only delicious when you eat it, but also afterwards you go, oh. Fragrant.
No smell, just gassy.
Just gassy.
Loud, it's loud. It's like a Mexican coming out of your ass, really, is what it is.
And when it comes out, does it mow your lawn?
Do you eat fast food? You don't look as if you eat fast food.
I
Are
do
you
eat
allowed
fast
to eat
food,
fast
yeah.
food? Does Simon tell you you can't eat it?
No. I'm trying to just keep the timber down, you see. Try and keep in good shape.
The timber down?
Yeah, the timber.
Don't say keep the timber down and do that, because people think you're talking about something else. There's a wood connotation to timber. Yeah, baby, trying to keep the timber down. Well, surprisingly, that's not in our top 3. People criticise McDonald's, but if it wasn't for McDonald's, where else would we take a in the town centre?